Auto Alert Man coming at you once again. Alan Jerome preaching the virtues of contacting the customer by phone. And here's the significant thing about the opportunities in Auto Alert. They're not only specified by these blocks, they're also specified by the different searches that are allowed, that are optimized. All of these procedures are different avenues of garnishing opportunities and being able to reach out to customers with specific laser targeted information that is relevant to them in a real-time effort. You're calling customers that I like to work the service drive, as you know, and I've said that before. These customers are waiting for a phone call from the dealership, from the service advisor. And when you open that block, you'll see the cars, and each one of those cars that are in there has an opportunity page or a deal sheet attached to it. And it shows, their current vehicle, how many times they visited the service department, how many payments they have left, what the value of their car is, what the trade-in value of the car is. And it also equates onto the other half of the sheet, the replacement vehicle, which is usually a similar vehicle, brand new, for about the same payment with little or no money down. And that makes not only for a laser targeted call, but for an intelligent call relevant to their real-time needs, because you're interrupting people's busy lives. And the technology of our times has made us busier than ever and more capable than ever before. Our minds have to work much quicker, and we need the information that we need to make a decision right now. It has to be contained in this call. That's why Auto Alert is so relevant to reaching out to the customer. When you call them, I notice you've got that 2015 Chevy Malibu with 158,000 miles. It's gray in color. It looks like you have 22 payments left. Is that about right? And the reason for my call is that your Impala is a very close match to an Impala we're currently looking for. As a matter of fact, when you come in today, I'd like you to come in a little earlier if we could spend some time together. Now, if they say they're busy, they'll see me when they come in. I usually try to sidestep that unless they're really committed. So let me try that out for size. Hang on. So on the phone, if they say, yeah, I'll see you when I come in and pick up my car. They're coming in one-legged. We all know that's not a virtue. They're going to come in after a long day at work. They want to hear your full spiel, and I'll think about it, and they're going to jump in their car and fly away, and that opportunity is lost. It's like something that slipped through your fingers, and we all know what that means. Follow-up calls that are relegated to callbacks that don't get the consideration they deserve. In this world, people make real-time decisions based on real-time information. That's why we need to use the big guns of Auto Alert to reach the customer right away and let them know, wait, this isn't just a sidebar. This is an actual, real, important opportunity for you to transition from your 2015 Impala into a brand new one and keep your payment about the same, real close. And use your face, use your tonality, put yourself through the wire of the phone and let them know you're real. You're in their face right now with something that can genuinely matter in their busy lives. So if he says he's going to come in to pick it up, he'll talk to me then. I usually try to sidestep that appointment. I'm like, is there any chance that if I could pull your car out of service and hold it for you, if maybe you could come in a little later? Because I have an appointment right around the 5 o'clock hour, and I won't be able to break away and be able to give you the service that you deserve. Now, if they back out of that, you always have to be gracious. You always have to be, helpful to the customer. No doubt about that. If he's going to insist on 5 o'clock, it's a tough call. If I can get another salesman to take it, usually his previous salesman, I will. Because that guy already has like an instant rapport, an instant credibility with that customer. So I can go up to Jose and say, hey, Jose, I got Mr. Smith coming in around 5 o'clock to pick up his car. He'd like a little information about a new Impala. And I would show him the deal sheet and show him why it is a deal and why he may not be wasting his time. But if I can get away from it, I will. It's like, hey, Mr. Smith, I've got an appointment around the 5 o'clock hour. Is there any chance if I pull your car aside, hold on to it for you, that maybe you could come in around 6:30, 7 o'clock instead? And, you know, the wife's name is usually on the auto alert deal sheet. So you can just say, and would it be comfortable for you to bring Karen along so that I could kind of propose this to, she could go through the discovery process with you? And if he says no, if he sidesteps it again, that's strike two. You know, be aware of what you're doing with these people. It's not to say that he may not buy. It just may not be the right time for him right now. So let me ask you this, Mr. Smith. Would tomorrow be better, say around 4 o'clock or 10:30 a.m.? Give him some options. Give him some things to think about. You know, the opportunity rests like this, Mr. Smith. I actually have somebody who may be specifically interested in your Impala. That's why we're willing to do so much in gratitude for your consideration of letting us have your car a little bit earlier than your normal trade time. Because of that, we'd like to have an opportunity to really show you what we can do for you and help you make that decision if you need a little help. Anything I can say to move the customer to a more opportune opportunity and time. So if he says, we're moving a little fast, or can you call me back on Saturday, or can you call me back at the beginning of next week, just say yes. Thank you very much, Mr. Smith. Okay, if I call you Tom, great, Tom. Let me get back with you Monday, and let's see if we can put something together. And that's okay. Now, he's going to check the internet. He's going to look at the trade-in value. That's okay. Auto Alert's already done that for him, but he needs to do it for himself to be satisfied. He may not be putting us off. He may just be the kind of person that's a little bit more thoughtful about important things. Not everybody's like me, an impulse buyer. I see it, I want it, but not everybody's that way. So at that point, the minute that conversation's over, I just say, Mr. Smith, I'm going to send you a text message confirming that I'm going to get a hold of you Monday, probably after lunch. I figure that might be best for you unless you'd like a text earlier. And maybe we could just text back and forth. So I'm going to go ahead and put all your information that I have here on the deal screen into your name and phone number into my phone. And I'll give you a text on Monday. And we'll see where we can go together from there. By the way, thank you very much for considering this. We really could use your car.